Hi guys, it's Nadine here again on day 3, and I'm gonna share with you guys about my years from age 20 to 30, which are actually some of my most exciting years, and maybe it's because they're, most recent, but this is when I actually, I really started to get into learning about myself and traveling. And I want to tell you a little bit about where I traveled, and why, and what I learned along the way. So at age 21, I really started living in Kamloops. I really started looking into traveling overseas. And my best options I found were working on a cruise ship. And I was very specific about where I worked. I applied to a lot of places. And then back at that time, you did 6 to 8 month contracts. So I applied, I got on with Starboard Cruise Services, which is out of Miami, and I left. It was probably one of the most scariest things that I've ever done. Getting on a plane, going to Miami, not really knowing where I was going or what I was going to do when I got there. I did have a position, but I had no experience in the retail industry and working in a gift shop. So it was pretty cool. The first time I walked around down at the cruise port and saw the ship, because these ships are like 13, 14, 15 stories high, and you're at ground level. It's pretty captivating when you're the size of a human and you're getting on this ship that is massive, massive, massive. So very cool experience. I think my parents thought I was a little bit crazy, and they do to this day. So that's okay. I don't mind being crazy. It's crazy in a good way. So the first time I got on ships, I worked there for 4 years. Always had a love for animals, but I wanted to take a break. I wanted to help out a friend with a business in Kamloops, so I started managing a dog grooming and training place, doggy daycare, all that stuff. I love animals. I've had my grooming degree for a while, like 20 years now. Groomed dogs for quite a while, and then went back to it. But I found as managing, I love dogs, but I didn't want to do the daily crap, I guess, basically, that you have to do. The staying around, being there from 8 in the morning till 8 at night, and I did that for about 8 months, and the money was decent, but you couldn't pay me to be in a situation where I hated it. I loved the dogs, but I hated spending the time there, and just doing that routine day after day after day. It was wearing me out really big. So I went back to ships, and I worked with the same company. They were nice enough to give me my position back at the same wage and all of that. And at that time, I still hadn't learned to do personal development, so I really didn't know what I was worth at that time. And then once I got back into that, some of the places that I traveled to are unbelievable. I'm very blessed to have met the people that I have. So cruising around the world, it gave me confidence. It gave me, getting on that plane and going to Miami gave me confidence to step out and just live in every moment, every second of every day. You need to be present, because that is the moment. Now is the moment. So some of the best places I traveled to were, starting in Florida. Miami is amazing. Went to Mexico, all along the Baja, the Caribbean, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Jamaica, Long Beach, Italy, went to Spain, Russia, Croatia, Portugal, Rome, France, Barcelona, and in between those, I did take a 2-month vacation, and it gave me the courage, being on ship, it gave me the courage to travel by myself. I backpacked to South Africa. So I went all by myself, took my backpack, had my return flight there and back, spent 2 months in South Africa, and ended up going on little adventures that were quite enjoyable. So I went to Zambia, to the Victoria Falls, and I went to Zimbabwe, did a couple game drives, some safaris, had an amazing time there, met amazing people, so blessed to know them, and it just gave me a real realization that, you can do whatever you want. It does take a little bit of balls to get out there and go and do it. Lots of people talk about it, and my friends used to say, I live vicariously through you, and I'm like, yeah, you can, but you don't have to. You can go and do this stuff, and if you've got kids, go and do it with them. Take them along. The culture that they learn, just to see other people in other places of the world, and what what they go through and what their daily life and routine is something that you do not learn in school. I didn't learn any of that in school. You know, you learn about history, great. It's not gonna serve you, history. Go make your own history. That's what I say. So yeah, that was my years up until 30. I did travel a little bit into my 30s, and I'll bring you up to date on that tomorrow. I'll talk a little bit more about that. So with that, have a great day. Oh, my flower fell out. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow, okay? Peace.